Blessings, 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 beloved. I am Mama Pam, aka Pamela Dobson, and I do read, beloved, 7 minutes every day, so you do not have to read. Today's read is for Wednesday, April the 6th, 2022, Acts the 23rd chapter and 24th chapters. Acts 23:16, when Paul's sister's son heard. Paul's sister's son. That would be Paul's nephew, his sister's son, when he heard. Reading from the King James Version of the Word of God, and it reads, And Paul earnestly, beholding the council, said, Men and brethren, I have lived in all good conscience before God until this day. And the high priest Ananias commanded them that stood by him to smite him on the mouth. Then said Paul unto him, God shall smite thee, thou whited wall. For sittest thou to judge me after the law, and commandest me to be smitten contrary to the law? And they that stood by said, Ravelest thou God's high priest? Then said Paul, I wist not, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, Thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. But when Paul perceived that one part were Sadducees and the other Pharisees, he cried out in the council, Men and brethren, I am a Pharisee, the son of a Pharisee. Of the hope and resurrection of the dead I am called in question. And when he had so said, there arose a dissension between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the multitude was divided. For the Sadducees say, there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit. But the Pharisees confess both. And there arose a great cry, and the scribes that were of the Pharisees' part arose, and strove, saying, We find no evil in this man. But if a spirit or an angel had spoken to him, let us not fight against God. And when there arose a great dissension, the chief captain, fearing lest Paul should have been pulled in pieces of them, commanded the soldiers to go down and to take him by force from among them, and to bring him into the castle. And the night following, the Lord stood by him and said, Be of good cheer, Paul, for as thou hast testified of me in Jerusalem, so must thou bear witness also at Rome. And when it was day, certain of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under a curse, saying that they would neither eat nor drink till they had killed Paul. And they were more than 40 which had made this conspiracy. And they came to the chief priests and the elders and said, We bound ourselves under a great curse, that we will eat nothing until we have slain Paul. Now, therefore, ye with the council signify to the chief captain that he bring him down unto you tomorrow, as though he would inquire something more perfectly concerning him, and we, or ever he come near, are ready to kill him. And when Paul's sister's son heard of their lying in wait, he went and entered into the castle and told Paul. And then Paul called one of the centurion unto him and said, Bring this young man unto the chief captain, for he hath a certain thing to tell him. So he took him and brought him to the chief captain and said, Paul the prisoner called me unto him, and prayed me to bring this young man unto thee, who hath something to say unto thee. Then the chief captain took him by the hand, and went with him aside privately, and asked him, What is that thou hast to tell me? And he said, The Jews have agreed to desire thee, that thou wouldest bring down Paul tomorrow into the council, as though they would inquire something of him more perfectly. But do not thou yield unto them, for there lie in wait for him of them more than 40 men, which have bound themselves with an oath, that they will neither eat nor drink till they have killed him. And now are they ready, looking for a promise from thee. So the chief captain then let the young man depart, and charged him, Now see thou tell no man that thou hast showed these things to me? And he called unto him 2 centurions, saying, Make ready 200 soldiers to go to Caesarea, and horsemen 70, that's 70, and spearmen 200 at the 3rd hour of the night, and provide them with beasts that they may set Paul on, and bring him safe unto Felix the governor. And he wrote a letter after this matter. Claudius Lysias, unto the most excellent governor Felix sendeth greeting. This man was taken of the Jews, and should have been killed of them. Then came I with an army, and rescued him, having understood that he was a Roman. And when I would have known the cause wherefore they accused him, I brought him forth into their council, whom I perceived to be accused of questions of their law, but to have nothing laid to his charge worthy of death or of bonds. And when it was told me how that the Jews laid wait for the man, I sent straightway to thee, and gave commandment to his accusers also to say before thee what they had against him. Farewell. Then the soldiers, as it was commanded them, took Paul, and brought him by night to Antipatris. On the morrow they left the horsemen to go with him, and returned to the castle. Who, when they came to Caesarea, and delivered the epistle to the governor, presented Paul also before him. And when the governor had read the letter, he asked of what province he was. And when he understood that he was of Cilicia, I will hear thee, said he, when thine accusers are also come. And he commanded him be kept in Herod's judgment hall. 24. And after 5 days, Ananias the high priest descended with the elders, and with a certain orator named Tertullus, who informed the governor against Paul. And when he was called forth, Tertullus began to accuse him, saying, Seeing that by thee we enjoy great quietness, and that very worthy deeds are done unto this nation by the providence, we accept it always and in all places, most noble Felix, with all thanksgiving. Notwithstanding that I be not further tedious unto thee, I pray thee that thou wouldest hear us of thy clemency a few words. For we have found this man a pestilent fellow, and a mover of sedition among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes. So we're going to start back here tomorrow. We're going to start right back here on tomorrow. Let me get the date right. Okay, I have to look it up. All right. This is going to be, oh my God, this read just goes on and on. They sending this man hither and yon and bouncing him around like a ball because he's trying to preach the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And as they did it to him, they'll do it to us too. So let's just pray. I want to say thank you for being a part of the SMRF Club, for your continued donation of $20 to paypal.me/Pamela Dobson and or $MamaPam23. We are SMRF. 7-minute read international ministry. 7-minute read family, 7-minute read follow, just 7-minute read faithful folk. I am Mama Pam, Minister Mama Pam, and any donation that the Lord lays upon your heart, if you're being blessed by these reads, $7, $7,000, $700, $7 million. $7 million can go to Zelle at Pamela Dobson 0723. We do broadcast across all of these social media platforms. We are now back live. So if one of them goes down, you can go to another 7 p.m. Monday through Friday Pacific Standard Time. I was pausing because up in here, the Facebook should have 6 or 7. See all of these 7-minute read Bible, 7-minute read Bible book. All of those should be on Facebook. But nonetheless, we do have fan base, Twitter, Twitch, Tango, YouTube, Instagram, Meet Me, Live Me, Big Old Thumb. So there's all kind of other ones, but we're always on Pamela Dobson, Facebook, and Pamela Dobson on YouTube. Until the next read, go with God. God bless.